Hi everyone, Raena here for your fifth installment of Dancing in a Small Space or Dancing in Isolation. And today again we have the wonderful Peter Hendrickson who will be creating audio on top of the exercises that I create here. So I thought for today that I would be a little bit more creative with the counts of the exercises that I offer. Because we have Peter, we don't have to do everything on an 8. In fact, the first exercise will be on a 7, and then we'll do the second one on a 5, and then we have a 3, and at the end we'll go back to an 8. But it just gives us maybe a little something extra to concentrate on while we're moving our bodies in our small spaces. So let's begin. We will start here with a spinal roll, and it begins with the feet in parallel first position, then parallel second, then turned out second, and then turned out first. And the pattern repeats. So, and I'll just face you in profile so you can see this maybe a little bit better. We'll roll down through the spine for 1, 2, 3, 4. The knees will bend and we'll roll up for 5, 6, 7. And so that repeats. We always roll down for 4 and then have 3 counts to roll up. Second time through, we'll hyperextend by bending at the hips, hinging here at the hips. I think of this as being folding. 1, 2, 3. Stretch the legs on 4. Then bend the knees and scoop up for 5, 6, 7. To transition from first in parallel to second parallel, we'll do a little snake. It doesn't matter which side you go to. We'll snake one way, the other way, adjust to second. Again, you have 7 counts for that. Then we roll down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hyperextend. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. To transition from second position parallel to second position turned out is we do a little sway with the ribs. So the ribs sway side to side, adjusting to turned out. So you adjust your legs as you need there. Same roll down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hyperextend. 3. Stretch. 4. Bend. 5, 6, 7. Then to go to first position turned out, we'll do a little shoulder circle. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Same thing in first position turned out. You roll down, you roll up, you hyperextend down, hyperextend up. And to complete the exercise, we'll do a double shoulder circle as we adjust the feet back to parallel first position. And then if you choose to repeat, you can repeat. Okay, let's give it a go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Again, please feel free to repeat. Hopefully that worked out some of the kinks in your back, in your spine, but please go back and repeat if that feels like a good idea. Moving along though, we will go into a little plie. And this plie will be done in parallel first, turned out first, and second position turned out. We'll do this combination on the right side first because I'm going to mirror you, and then the left side second. This particular exercise is counted in 5. So it goes like this. You start with your right arm scooping underneath you as you bend the knees. Little demi-plie. You pick up the space, allow the arm to swing to the side for a little double bounce, and then take it up overhead and you plie again. So with counts, that looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Moving along, you take the left arm and you scoop it out beside you to meet at the top. We'll do a little double bounce here. Arms go front down, front up. And then if you have time, you might take a little releve, a little rise there. So with counts, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If we put the first measure of 5 and the second measure of 5 together, it would go like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we finish the phrase here by doing a grand plie if your knees are ready, or you can keep it in demi-land, a half plie or a demi-plie. So, and the arms will swoop out to the side for 1, 2, 3, 4. The 5th count allows you to adjust to first position, so you can repeat again, leading with the right arm. So the combination is the same. It's just that the legs are turned out. Now, when we get to the double bounce here, because the knees are bending off to the side, we'll reach the arms through the side down underneath like a little hug, and then back out and up. Then you do your grand plie. That with the arms and the double bounce will also happen when you're in turned out second position. Again, just to allow your knees to reach out to the side. When you've completed your grand plie in second position turnout, you'll adjust back to parallel first, and we do the same thing around with your left arm leading. The left arm scooping under, double bounce, over, up, double bounce here, little releve if that feels okay, and then you find your grand plie. And again, we do that in first position turnout and second. So in total, you'll do that 6 times. I, of course, will do this with you. Let's get our tempo. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Whew, that got my heart rate going. Again, of course, if you want to repeat that, please go back and try that again. Otherwise, we will move on. And this next little combination I have for us is for our feet. And to move maybe a little bit more articulately through the feet, and also take that energy up through the legs and up through the torso. What I'm going to suggest is that we interlace the hands and place the hands behind the head. And you're welcome to keep your arms like this for the whole exercise. If you prefer to have your hands on hips, that's another idea, or anything else that feels right for you. But the reason I'm suggesting hands behind head is that I find for myself it helps me to maintain that sense of lift in my waist, as though I have more space for my legs underneath me to move. And something about taking my hands here, seeing the elbows in the periphery of my vision, allows me to be more aware of the placement of my shoulders. If I'm lifting them, for whatever reason, I'm more aware of it here. I can slide them down. Sometimes when I have my hands on my hips, I'll grip across my shoulders and chest. I don't even, I'm less aware of it, I guess. My hands are down. So if we have hands behind head, you will begin on your right foot and the pattern repeats. We begin by lifting the heel, planting it down, and then peeling the foot up through a coupe out to a little tendu, and we bring it back in. So I talked about this in the last video. I guess I'm referring to it as a petit développé, or a little development of the leg along the floor. So then you go to the other side, heel, down, out. So what we'll do is right to the front, left to the front, right to the side, left to the side, right to the back, left to the back. And this isn't a 3, so the tempo will be something like 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, all the way around, 4, 5, 6. Now when we get to 7, we'll transfer back to the right foot, and we'll simply petit développé, or point the foot out underneath us. We'll bring it in, and then the left. So it'll be 8, 2, 3, 9, 2, 3. And we've completed that phrase. Just to clarify that, it's 1, in on 2, out on the other leg on 3, and then it's kind of quicker. We go 1, out to the side, in on 2, out on 3, 1, 2, 3. We do it again, except we take the foot up off the floor. So same thing with the heel down, but then we'll just brush it out, a simple brush. That's at a height of your choice. It's going to feel like you have a little bit of extra time, so the leg might be able to brush a little higher. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. You'll do that all the way around. And the same way as you come back to the front, brush 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, and that would actually end on the 9. Okay, we're going to do it a third and a fourth time around. Same thing, beginning with the petit développé version, all the way around, and then the little leg brush version, all the way around. But if you'd like to add the arms, the second time we do this, or that would be your third time around, you're welcome to have your arms in 5th position when the legs are going front. Okay. Out in 2nd position, out to your side, reaching out to your side as your legs go to the side, and then arms down as the legs go to the back. If the arm thing is too complicated, find something else that you'd like to do, and join me the best that you can. I'm going to do this with you, and I will really try not to mess this up. So it's 3s, 9 3s. 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3. go back. Do that again if need be. You should feel warm. I'm starting to feel quite warm. Feet feel good. Feel that warmth move up through the rest of my body. With the next exercise we're going to do is a bit of a bigger combination and maybe a little bit more complex than what I have offered in my previous videos. So again, if you need to do this warm up again, go back, start again, and then meet me back here. This little combination uses maybe a tiny bit more space, but it should still work within, hopefully it will still work within the space that you're in, and of course adjust your traveling as you need to. It is an 8. It's 2 measures of 8. I made the counting a little bit more simple because the movement is a little more complicated. So we begin in first position and we do a little jump out to second, or like a little bounce, and the arms are going to do a swoop. So we'll go 1. Transferring onto your right foot, and you brush your left foot forward. Your arms go over or across the leg, let's say. Step onto it, pick up the back leg, and the arms go across again. So if you were just doing your arms, they would go left, right. But when we add the legs, left, right. If we take it from the top, 1, 2, 3, 4, we land. 5, we spin around and you'll extend this is your left leg behind you. Step onto it, 6. To the front, 7. The leg passes around, little piqué on 8. Let's go back. So starting from the beginning, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They're just little circles of the leg, just little rond de jambes. So once you've landed here on 4, what I think of is that on 5, I got to get myself all the way, this is your left leg, all the way around to face front. I'm spotting the camera here. And I'm going to allow my weight to transfer onto that back foot. Then I can free up the right one. It goes right back to the front. I free up the left one. This is kind of like your leading leg on this side. And we end the measure with a little boop, a little piqué or little bounce with the foot pointed. Let's try that from the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then from here, we take this left leg and we send it out to the side with a little lunge. Now, your right arm here in opposition is going to work with that leg. So we'll do a fan from here. Beautiful fan. Transfer down. Now you take your left arm with that left leg, scooping underneath you. I'm now in parallel, facing the same corner we started the combination on. I pick up my knee with my arm. So I adjust to a turned out position here. I pick up the right arm. Now you're going to lean to the right so you fall out of it and transfer back. That's the end of the combination, and then you would go on to your left side. So if we go from this little piqué at front, we open the leg to the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm thinking you have 5, 6, 7, 8 to do this suspension bit, which you can take as much time as you'd like to do that. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Ready to go. Left side, let's do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, and 8. Sometimes I fall out of that suspension there in a way that I don't want to fall. And so a thing that I'm doing to know which way to go is that when I bring my arm up, I lean to that side. So on your left side, you're in your passe position or retire, and then you pick up and as you lean to the arm that you fall. Sorry, you fall to the arm that you pick up. Let's give that a go with music. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Again, we'll go 1. Okay, good work everyone. Let's come down to the floor for a brief stretch. We'll just do a brief cool down. That was a lot of work. Let's come onto our backs, bring your right leg in toward your chest. Give it a gentle hug. And connect with your breathing, nice deep breath. Gently allowing that right leg to extend up toward the ceiling. Holding on where it's appropriate, maybe back of thigh. Back of calf, maybe just be gentle with the back of your knee joint there. Some of you I know might reach for the ankle or the foot. Breathe. And softly bend that knee and cross it over to your left. Opening up your right arm to the side, find that spinal twist. Breathe. And bring the leg back to the center, holding on perhaps to the back of the thigh, and then open the leg to your right side. If it's part of your practice, maybe extending that right leg out on the diagonal. Nice stretch there through your right adductors. Keep your left hip on the floor. And then fold everything in, crossing right ankle over left knee. Reach through, hold on to the left shin, and have a fold here. Maybe flex the right foot. Moving your stretch into your right glute. Release this switch. Keep a hold of that left shin. Hug it in. Right leg reaches long beneath you. Breathe. Let the left leg extend up toward the ceiling. Hold where it's appropriate. The knee can be softly bent. If you do extend it, make sure you're being gentle. You should not feel any excessive strain or pulling. Holding where it's appropriate. And softly bending that knee, crossing over to your right as you open the left arm away. Find that spinal twist. Take a moment here to breathe. And draw the leg back to the center. Let it open toward the side, maybe holding on to the back of the thigh. And it might be appropriate to extend the leg out. You might grab for the ankle or the foot, opening up here through your left adductor, left hamstrings, left side, left groin. Then fold everything in, crossing left ankle over right knee, flex your left foot, and take a gentle fold here. Breathe into your back. Breathe into your left glute. Imagine you could take your lungs there and feel that stretch. Then gently release and bring yourself up. Thank you for joining me again, everyone. I hope that felt like a fun series, maybe a little bit more complicated this time, but please keep dancing, and I look forward to joining you again soon.